Hello guys, so it's been a minute since I've uploaded any kind of videos about the SVG5 or any updates, so I'm coming back to y'all with a 2-month update. I want to try to make this quick as I possibly can and talk about some of the things I've had with it for the past 2 months. I've not had any other issues with it since. It's been a really good device to me. I've been very satisfied and happy with it. Still waiting on a software update from Smart Vision Tech. There's only one issue though that I did have. So when I would power on the device, the moment you see that logo there, it would glitch out and start boot looping, and I fixed it with just a simple factory reset. I did have a moment where it would not show the CMOS sensor for some reason. I don't know what the heck that was about. I've left the battery in and it hasn't happened since. I did factory reset it and it fixed the boot looping issue. So it's just some software bugs and issues that I've been dealing with the thing. But so far so good. It's been a really good device. Now I will mention though, when you factory reset it or even leave the battery out for a while, surprisingly it keeps the date and time. I don't know how in the world it does that. That's something I'm trying to understand. I've left the battery out of it for 2 weeks straight, and then when I put the battery in, it had the boot looping, and it took me a minute to get it to quit boot looping, and I've just factory reset it, and all my settings reset except for time and date. The time and date stays pretty accurate, even if you leave the battery out, and it's really weird because there is no internal battery in this thing that I know of. I have opened the case before when I had the CMOS sensor issue. I was trying to figure out what the hell's going on, checked wires and stuff, and I also made a makeshift EVA gasket for it to keep the IR light from bleeding inside to the case, because there was no EVA gasket to block IR from flooding the inside of the case, causing it to be useless. That situation's fixed, so this thing's extremely useful to me. But yeah, I know I technically void my warranty by doing that. It is what it is. I might actually get Smart Vision Tech or ask them to send me an EVA gasket that they built for this thing and actually use a genuine EVA gasket for this thing. But I don't know. I mean, it depends on them. But so far so good. From the past 2 months of using this, I still use it quite often, and only one gripe I have about it's a battery life isn't quite 7 hours like they advertise. I don't know, maybe it's the type of 18650. I mean, I have a 2700 milliamp hour 18650. It's using the same 18650 that I had when I used to have the NVG30, which has been stolen along my NVG50 when my house was broken into, which was some bullshit. But besides that, I mean, it's been really good. Now, I've had some disagreements on Reddit about this device, like, oh no, that thing is nowhere near analog. Hold on a second. Now, I've had experience with analog Gen 2 Plus, mainly mid-spec. This thing's equivalent to 1600 FOM and 68 LP, and then 28, I forgot, NP or something like that. I don't remember. But yeah, it's about somewhere around mid-spec Gen 2 Plus. And this thing's performance for price point is extremely good for what it is. I mean, for $900 to $850, depending on, what you get for using a promo or if you get a sales deal, For $1,000, this thing's amazing. And funny thing is, I've seen other devices that I've seen on Alibaba that has the same exact performance, and they're going for like $1,200 to $1,300, and they have an 18 micrometer 1-inch progressive scan CMOS like this thing, which is interesting. And they're using an aluminum, I would assume full-blown metal aluminum, because I mean, from the looks of it, it looks like it, but they're asking for like $1,300-$1,200. And if you're looking at the NVG90, not the SE model, I'm talking about the standard version from Binoc. I mean, I have a friend of mine that recently, I tried to convince him to buy one of these. My buddy, Chris, he was thinking about it, and he looked at it, but he's like, you know what, I want the NVG90. He ended up buying the standard NVG90, which was interesting because I ended up getting a chance to compare the two devices. And ironically, they're pretty identical. Now, I just will mention this. What I did notice is in certain circumstances, this thing would see better than the NVG90 to some degree on certain circumstances. Whereas the NVG90 in pure darkness with just, you know, without any, let's say no starlight, clear skies. I mean, no, oh my goodness. Starlight, clear skies, no moon, with some city ambient pollution. Yeah, the NVG90 would see better in certain circumstances in like super dark areas with foliage. I haven't really, we took it to Bowling Park. Took me some convincing to take it to Bowling Park. We took it to Bowling Park and we tested the crap out of the two devices, and they were pretty identical except for like the really dark areas. I noticed the NVG90 could see just a hair better than this thing, but relatively speaking, they're about equivalent. And I think that the NVG90 standard has a slightly better software with the ISP AI engine. It's got a lot better software that I noticed compared to this thing. However, they both have bugs and quirks, which is kind of funny. Interestingly, he ended up getting a boot looping situation. I was like, just factory reset it. And when he did, the weird thing is I noticed that he didn't have to reset the date and time just like me. Another thing I want to mention about this awesome device is you get two of these caps, spare caps, and I love this thing. This eyepiece is nice. This right here, compared to the NVG50 and the 30, that I'm just going to be blunt, the NVG50 had a shitty fucking mounting system. The NVG30 had an okay mounting system, but it still was shit. This thing, this is probably the best mount that I have ever gotten with the digital night visions out of the three that I've had gotten from Night Gear. This is really nice. And now about this little device, this piece here, if you were right eye dominant like me, which would basically go like this on here, whoops, it would just pretty much go on like that. You notice that your dovetail, I think you have to turn this around, flip it around. I got it on there pretty good. I had flipped this around because I noticed you have to like slide it on this way. I noticed you couldn't slide it that way. Is just the type of dovetail mount that I was testing it with my buddy's helmet system, G24. You just take these two screws out and this comes out and this whole thing slides out. Flip it around, slide it back in, and put those two screws back in. It's like super simple. And this locking mechanism, it's very high quality CNC, and it really locks that on there. I mean, dude, it locks the hell out of it. I mean, that's what it's supposed to do, and it's omnidirectional, which is interesting, which is really nice. So you can make it left eye or right eye dominant, but so far for now, I don't have a bump helmet with the dovetail mount for that quite yet, because dovetails are pretty expensive. I mean, you can get an aftermarket Chinese dovetail, but for now I don't really got the money to do that. But I mean, for the past 2 months I've been really satisfied with this. So super happy with it. I haven't had any more issues with it besides the couple of quirks that I had. I guess, I don't know, maybe it's just me or the device was having a break-in situation. I don't know, maybe it just like was tested and haven't been on for months, and I guess it doesn't really like that. I noticed it does not like to sit for a long time without a battery. It starts getting kind of goofy, but I don't know, maybe it's just me. At some point I'll probably get spare parts. It depends on Smart Vision Tech. I'll talk to them, be like, hey, is there a way I could buy spare parts for this thing in case this thing ever, like, you know, had failures or wires or something break? I can replace certain parts into it, you know. Why not? I mean, it's such a good device that this thing, I deserve, like, it's like one of those devices that deserves to stay in your inventory for many years. I mean, it's powerful enough to me that I would keep, that I'm like not really looking for an upgrade. I would keep it for like a couple of years to a few years. My dream night vision, digital night vision, of course, is, you know, the G14P series or the NVG90 Pro, but I don't have all that play money to spend. Not everybody has the play money to spend. Another thing is, I'm probably going to buy another spare one of these data cables from Smart Vision Tech. I'll just, you know, send them a message out, hey, can I buy and order a spare for one of these in case I lose this? Because this cable is impossible to find. I'm just gonna let you know beforehand, if you decide to buy this, whatever you do, don't lose this. And since, you know, bending cables quite often tends to eventually wear them out, I try not to use it as much. I just take the battery out of this thing and I use this charger and I charge it and I set it to 1 amp. I set it to the 3.7 LiPo and then I move it to 1 amp to quick charge it. It takes a little while, but I mean, so far so good. This device has treated me well, especially when I let my dog outside. I always use this thing. When I let my dog to go do her thing and go potty outside, she likes to go over here in the woods and I cannot see her in the naked eye, so I just grab this thing and I turn it on and power it, and I could sit right here and watch what she's doing, and if she gets too far I'll tell her to come here, and sometimes I'll have to go get her because she thinks she's sneaky. She thinks I can't see her. She's kind of funny. She likes to go behind there. But I've had moon recently and this thing sees fucking well when there's a moonlight. So clear skies with moonlight, deep in the, especially right there, it sees pretty good. However, if you have only starlight only and ambient light pollution with clear skies, it sees relatively decently. I mean, now obviously that analog, this is where analog wins. So this thing is more IR sensitive that I've noticed compared to analog in the 1100 nanometer. So with, you know, that light being on ambient, obviously Gen 2 mid-spec would see a lot better deep in those woods. But then once you get into like the really dark areas, it'll probably struggle just like this. From my experience, you know, using one. I don't own one. My buddy has a couple of them. And he will not sell me one. I've tried to buy one from him. He's like, no, go buy one and build one yourself. Oh man, okay. So it is what it is. But I mean, it's really good for what it is. I mean, even he was genuinely surprised when he ordered the NVG90. He's like, damn, dude, no, this thing is like looking through a digital analog. This is crazy. He's like, nah, this thing's competing against my Gen 2 Plus analogs. He's like, I have a mid-spec and a Echo Photonis high spec. He's like, I've got a 1800 and a 2100 FOM, and that thing's pushing like 80 LP, or was it 86 LP, and like really high numbers. He was saying like his NVG90 standards very close to the 1800 FOM, but nowhere near close to the high spec Gen 2 Plus. He's like, nah, my high spec Gen 2 Plus destroys the NVG90. He's like, this thing's equivalent to the mid spec tier to near high spec. And then when you look through, he's like, let me see your SV. He's like, you got your SVG5? It's like, yeah, hell yeah, I brought it. You think I wouldn't bring it with me? I want to see how this thing competes against the NVG90. He looked through this. He was like, this is his response, like dead ass. He's like, damn, I wish I listened to you. He's like, I really wanted that extra edge. He's like, because I was watching Goodnight Gear's video, and he's like, it's got a hair bit better performance. He's like, I wanted that extra hair bit of performance. I mean, it does have that extra hair, just like, he's like, it only has a tad hair bit more performance. He's like, really? He was like, it's identical. Like in performance, part to part, he's like, it's identical. I mean, he's like, the one thing when I handed it to him, he's like, does this thing got a battery in it? I was like, yeah. He was like, damn, this thing is light. What the fuck? He's like, here, hold my NVG90. And I'm like, good lord, that thing is bulky and heavy. Was this like almost 400 grams with a battery? He's like, yeah. So we scaled it. This thing is weighing like, so without a battery, I think it's like 250 grams, 260 grams with the battery. It's like almost 300 grams. This thing weighs like, what, 287 grams right now with the battery. That's light. This thing still feels really light in my hands compared to the NVG90, and that thing was bulky compared to this. He's like, damn, that thing is bulky. It's like I'm holding a damn camera versus this thing is like a genuine PVS. Like, he's like, this is like the nicest night vision. He's like, I like the style of it. It looks really good. He's like, the design aesthetics, I actually really like it. I mean, it's simple. It's designed like a rangefinder. It's very comfortable to hold, and he's like super light. And he's like, I like that it's just super simple. I mean, just damn straight simple. He's like, the NVG90 has all these little extra buttons, like maybe a dial and a button, a power button, but he's like, the button, you just press that and turn it on. And I was like, yeah, you just hold it for 1 second. He's like, and then everything else, I just press it once, goes to the menu. Yep. He's like, oh, wow. And then he's like, all I do is rotate this. That's it? Wow, okay. He's like, okay, I wish the NVG90 just was that simple. And he's like, and this thing is metal? He's like, this whole thing is metal. What the hell? He's like, the only thing that's not metal is the rubber pieces that come with it. And he's like, and the encoder button and the sticker on there. He's like, but this thing is like all plastic. He's like, this thing's just plastic. He's like, I'm afraid if I drop this, and just pretend this is the NVG90. He's like, if I pretend, like, or not pretend, he's like, I'm afraid if I accidentally drop it, it'd probably crack it or something. He's like, I don't know, this plastic doesn't feel, I mean, it's high quality, but not as high quality as I was expecting. He's like, but if I drop this, I mean, I'd be fine. I could drop it, I'll be good. He's like, but I mean, obviously it would nick the metal, and it would scratch it, and it would leave nicks into it if I dropped it on concrete or something. He's like, God, I would never want to drop these. He's like, I don't even like to drop my analogs. He's like, if I drop one of those, the likelihood of cracking or busting one of the tubes is super high. I don't blame you. Yeah, I don't think I want to drop one of my analog tubes either. It would probably bust it. Which I have unfortunately seen at airsoft games where people have lost their fucking minds because they broke their shit. They dropped their damn, I don't even know how they managed to drop it, but yeah, I've gone to night games when I didn't have night vision, which was my biggest mistake, by the way. I learned real quick that going to a night game without night vision is a very bad idea. But yeah, this thing is super good. I mean, I'm impressed with it. That's all I gotta say, really. So I finally got a chance to do a comparison with it. I didn't make videos about it, so I've tried to talk to him to be like, hey, can we make a YouTube video? He's not interested in that kind of stuff. He's like, yeah, but I don't really want to do all that nonsense. And I'm like, but my viewers would love to see the comparison, to see how this thing competes against the standard NVG90, so they really can make their decision choice. But I'm just going to be blunt with you. They're about identical, really. They're identical. And you're saving a lot more money when you buy this device. And it's made out of complete metal. And also, it looks way cooler. I really like the design. I mean, the NVG90 looks cool, but it's just heavier. It's bulkier. It's plastic. Yeah, it's got a little hair more power potency than this, just by like a smidge. Literally a smidge. But relatively, they're not that different. They're about the same. So I mean, it comes down to your decision. This is how I would put it. If you're really wanting that extra edge performance, get the SE model, or really save up that play money and go straight for the G14P series or the NVG90 Pro, where you're really going into the Generation 3 catalog of digital night vision performance. Or if you really, really, really want that extra overhand, especially at night games, bro, them thermals, having thermal, get a thermal device and add with this, which would be superior, or the GF20. I would love to get my hands on the GF20. I mean, dude, from Goodnight Gear's videos, the GF20 looks about identical in power, performance, but honestly, and now I really looked at some of his videos, I feel like the GF20, just without the infrared heat signature turned on, just using the IR, not the IR, using just the sensor itself, the CMOS sensor, that thing looks like it's performing a lot better than this. It looks like it's obviously more powerful than this thing. So But that thing is like $5,000, dude. I don't got that kind of money, but I mean, so far so good. I've been proud with it. It's a really good device. Is it worth the money? From the past 2 months that I've used it, despite, you know, a couple of software bugs, which is pretty common with these digital night visions, for the $900 to $1,000, yeah, it's definitely worth it. However, I wouldn't pay $1,000 for it. I would use a promo and save those extra $100 and buy it with a promo and save yourself some money. So you can use whoever's promo. I don't care. You can use mine. You can use someone else's. You can use Goodnight Gear. It doesn't matter. I mean, you're just saving money in general. And I'm going to be transparent with you. Yeah, they get a cut from the sales you make, but you're still saving money. So other than that, I mean, this versus NVG90. Really, at this point, it comes down to what you want. Do you want full metal? Do you like the design? It comes down to really at the point of design aesthetics. Okay, which one do you like better? Do you like the design of this one better, or the NVG90 standard look catches your eye? Do you want full metal? Or do you not give a shit and just like, it's plastic, I don't really care? Me personally, I want full metal. I don't want all plastic. I prefer metal all the way. And honestly, this has been the best decision I've made buying this thing. Purchasing this was like the greatest decision I've ever made, because now I have a night vision device that performs around mid-spec generation 2 plus at the 1600 to 1800 FOM level. And I mean, it's been a great device. I pushed it through the rigors. I've even tested it in almost no ambient light pollution areas and deep wooded canopy areas, and I've got plenty of videos. I've done my best to upload, but I've been in some situations, life situations, that slowed me down quite a bit, or else I'd keep uploading videos. But I'm pretty sure there's some people here in the community that wants to see more. Let me know in the comments down below. If you want to see more, I'll do my best. But other than that, that's all I really have to say about it. I gotta get going. I made this video a little bit too long than I should have, but let me know in the comment section what you think about it. And yeah, give me a shout out and shit, you know, it doesn't matter. Just give me your opinion down below. Anyways, I'll see y'all later. Good luck, man.